This is Greg with Calendarsnack.com. Thanks for stopping by. Today's demonstration is with Klaviyo. If you're a Klaviyo user, I don't need to get into it. It's an email marketing provider. We work with Klaviyo, ConvertKit, SendGrid, and MailChimp. Today, though, we're going to take a peek at Klaviyo and how to do it. It's essentially the same for the 4 Rsvp buttons we support across the providers. But specifically at Klaviyo, let's just take a quick look. That said, I have obviously a Google Calendar open. We work with Google Calendar or Outlook. There's no logins. There's nothing else to do. All you do is send us a copy of your Google or Outlook calendar and copy it to our address. That address is create@calendarsnack.com. You can see it right here. I already pre-populated it. create@calendarsnack.com. So when I do that, or when you do that, or anyone does that, they receive a calendar snack in 10 seconds. It's that easy. Obviously, all this information here, we scrape off your calendar when you send it to our service, so you want to get that right. Obviously, the physical address, if you do have one, or the Zoom webinar. If you are to use this button, basically the event details, or by default with Google, you can actually integrate a Google Meet. We actually scrape all that information into the calendar snack itself. It's really cool. I'm going to hit save. And when I hit save, I actually receive the calendar snack to Mandy's email address, like I said in the beginning. And all you do is click the view, the calendar snack. I'm not going to get into these buttons across the horizontal. I'm going to dive right into how to get the code for Klaviyo. So we have these ready to use email service provider buttons right there. All you do is click the code, you grab it, you go into Klaviyo, you click your call to action button here, and you copy the code in there and hit save. It's that simple. When you do that, you can do your own test run here, and we have a test engine over here. But specifically for Klaviyo, the workflow is going to look like this. So I showed you this first phase. Step 1, go get the code, copy and paste it like I just did. Step 3 is when you deploy this Klaviyo template email to your customer base. When they click the Rsvp button, they will receive a auto-generated landing page, which we do that for you. So you can see here we scraped all that information off your calendar. We put it into kind of a banner header for you and all your event details in here. Basically, when this button's clicked, we send it to the embedded email address to that person you sent it to. And then when they click this button here, up here in the banner, we say the invitation's been sent to this specific person. It's really cool. The calendar invitation goes out at the same time. When that person says yes, no, maybe, we actually clarify and connect to the calendar and actually are monitoring the end user's calendar. So when they change from yes, maybe, no, we update that here live in our calendar streaming reporting engine over here. So to kind of recap, here in the reporting engine, you can use that same event and actually use it to promote it many different ways. So not only do the 4 major email template providers that we had discussed earlier, including Klaviyo, you can use a landing page, which here I'm going to show you in a sec, or MailChimp. So specifically, I've used the same event, Calendar Snack, and promoted it 3 different ways. So with that said, in the recap, let me just dive into the Calendar Snack again, and let me show you what's below here, the Rsvp buttons. These are the buttons for the landing pages. I can basically grab some code here, and to promote that same event that I use Klaviyo for, I can actually use a web page, which you can use this URL specifically for this in a banner-like mode off your website, or individually you could send it out to your sellers and marketers that just want to send a personal invitation out via their own email and not use Klaviyo by basically inserting this URL. In this URL, when someone puts their name in it, just like before, we send out a calendar invitation so we can track that. You can see it's sent there, and then we would track it here, that source was landing page. That's the end of the demo. Thanks for stopping by, and I appreciate you checking us out. Thanks.